What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode on Keeping It Real with Credit Live. Let me go ahead and send a quick message here. Let the team know that we're live here. And if you're new to this channel, consider subscribing because on this channel we talk anything and everything regarding personal credit, personal finance, tips and tricks on real estate. You name it, you're gonna find it here on the channel. Now, I know I switched it up a little bit because on Wednesdays is when we usually go live, but decided to change things up to see what happens here and answer some of you guys' questions. Obviously, being that it's the beginning of the week, I wanted to go ahead and start this week off strong and make sure I answer all of you guys' questions when it comes to credit. Now, guys, again, if you're new to this channel, consider subscribing. My name is Ray from Keeping It Real with Credit, and I'm your host here. And I want to kind of give you guys a quick update. If you guys didn't know before, the channel, the brand name is Keeping It Real with Credit, but I have my very own company, and we're a full-service credit restoration company. And obviously, we provide all help, and we'll remove some negative items regarding your credit. And what we actually do encourage to do is to go ahead and sign up for that free credit evaluation. So I love providing these evaluations because it's my opportunity to go ahead and give you guys a clear picture as to what's exactly going on with your credit and what are the options you have when it comes to your credit. And believe me, there's always a way out. There's always an option when it comes to your credit. And there's always something that could be done. It just takes a good trained well eye to go ahead and analyze what you have in your credit report. So for those of you guys that may or may not know, in the description below, you're going to see a link, and that link is going to go ahead and guide you over to my website, which you're going to put your information, obviously, so we can have that on file. And I'll go ahead and send you a text message directly to me, guiding you through the next steps. In the evaluation, this gives us the opportunity to take a look at all three of your credit reports and scores, kind of analyze and break down what are the negative factors truly affecting your credit and what are the options you have in removing those negative accounts, which in turn is going to raise your credit score and make you more attractive to the banks. So if you're in the market of buying a car, a home loan, a boat, personal loan, whatever the case may be, this is exactly the place where you make it happen and you make your money out here work for you. Now, just to touch up on a few things as well, last video that I posted out, we talked about those 609 dispute letters. And in those 609 dispute letters, I know that name has been going around for years now. And I kind of wanted to touch upon that because in reality, guys, I don't want you guys to get too caught up on the verbiage or the name or whatnot. It really goes down to, look, everybody has the option to go ahead and dispute, anything that's regarding your credit report furnished by the Fair Credit Reporting Act, which again is due to promote the fairness and the accuracy of the information being recorded on your credit report. And I know there's a lot of templated letters out there. And one of the things that I want you guys to be very careful and wary of these templated letters is the fact that, again, they're templated. So if it was easy for you to find and sold to you, just imagine how many other people have those same letters. And it's very crucial that when we go ahead and generate these dispute letters, to go ahead and remove negative items from your credit report, we want to be able to stand out amongst all the millions of dispute letters out there. That's why it's very important to know how to analyze your credit report, read your credit report, identify those negative items, and develop and tailor a dispute letter around what you're actually seeing on there. In turn, obviously, that's going to generate you the most results out there. Now, other than the link, if you guys have the time and you guys want to call right now as we speak, I encourage you to call us now at 1-888-424-0058. Guys, the name of my company is called ScoreShield Financial Group. ScoreShield Financial Group. Keeping It Real with Credit is the brand, the educational brand, if you will. That's its whole focus and purpose is to teach you what you didn't learn in school, to teach you about credit and little tips and tricks that you guys can take home and add to your toolbox, right? When it comes to fixing your credit. But we also go ahead and service everybody. I like to add that personal touch. And so I encourage you guys to come and take advantage of the free credit evaluation brought to you by ScoreShield Financial. That is my company, empowered by, obviously, Keeping It Real with Credit. And the number again is 1-888-424-0058. Again, that's 1-888-424-0058. Press 1 to speak with an account manager, credit analyst. The individual is going to do your credit analysis there for you, or evaluation. And 2 is for processing. So if you're already in our service and want an update regarding your case, right, or your situation, whether you got results or not, please give us a call and make sure you have that. All right. So again, in the link in the description below, make sure you schedule your evaluation. And as usual, let me go ahead and give you guys a tour. Let me give you guys a quick tour. And guys, I encourage you guys to drop some of in your questions so we can go ahead and take advantage of that. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and walk you through. Let me go ahead and see where's everybody at here. Did everybody go back here? No, all to the left. All right. So, all right, guys. So, in the description below, again, is the free credit evaluation where you guys will be able to take advantage out here. We got Alex taking a coffee break here. He's one of the guys that you'll be able to speak to today. Let me go ahead and get some more lighting here, right? It's a little bit dark. All right, guys. So, here are some of the questions that we have going on here. Kempton F, would you explain CPN numbers to me and when people use them? Kempton, to be honest with you, for a while when it comes to CPN numbers, I know exactly what you're referring to, but there's been such a big stigma around it that I don't know much about it, to be honest with you. I know what it's used for, but you have to be very careful who you get it from, and so I don't have enough research to go ahead and provide, right, that education here for you guys, right, and feel confident about it. But regardless of the fact, Kempton, it is regarding credit, and you can leverage your credit or other people's money, like the bank's money, to go ahead and leverage it for any purpose that you want to do, right? The fact of the matter is that credit education is definitely important and something to keep on. So hopefully that helps, Kempton, and I'll be love to talk more about those opportunities, possibly if you schedule the link in the description below. Again, King Arthur asked for the original contract from debt collectors with your signature. If they don't send it, you will not owe them, period. So that pretty self-explanatory when it comes to that. Mike Smith, I'm already signed up for your service. My main goal is to find a better apartment. Should I inquire and put in apps while I'm in the credit coaching stage? Mike Smith, no. Depending on where you're at with us in the program, let's go ahead and wait out what you get in your first or second round of results, and then we can kind of gauge when it comes from there, right? When it comes to apartment applications, they're not looking at it as in detail, right? As an application you would submit there at home. So definitely something to keep in mind. Let's go ahead and wait for that. Make sure to check your portal. And you should be getting any updates, and make sure that any correspondences you get at your home, make sure to send it over to us, right? You can fax it, mail it. If you're in town, come by and drop it off, and we'll be able to help you out in there. Also, guys, I wanted to see where these guys are at, because there is a few elements I wanted to go ahead and include to the channel, because on Thursdays, we're going to be talking automotive stuff, automotive questions. One of my friends here that you've seen here on the channel quite a few times is an auto broker, known nationwide, and there you go, known nationwide, and what he does is specialize in just that. So you guys want to say what's up?
Yes, sir.
All right, so here we got Pedro. Obviously, you've seen him before. Auto broker. Well, what do you do? I'm not sure. Take your shine away.
What we do is, I'm an auto broker. I pretty much have contracts with every brand. But my team and I, we help the dealerships that we work with sell over 300 cars a year, meaning that since we bring them so much volume, I get the cars at fleet pricing. So those are the same prices that my customers get. So instead of having to go to a dealership, sit there for 5 hours, negotiate, obviously dealerships are always going to start you with the highest number and asking you for a crap load of money down, and then you have to negotiate all of that. I have the same program that the finance guys have, so I structure the deals myself. No one dictates how much money down my customers have to give, unless obviously your credit is really bad, and at that point, the bank is the one that says, listen, in order for this customer to get approved, they need to give $3,000 down or whatever. But if your credit is good, I have full control of the deal. I can structure it, sign and drive, just first month do it signing without anyone giving $3,000, $4,000, or even for the people that are looking for really expensive cars like S classes that are $120,000. Normally, you go to a dealership and they want to ask for $5,000 or $10,000 down.
Yep.
Even on expensive cars like that, I can get them with zero do-it signing or just first month do-it signing. So
exactly. So Thursdays, we're gonna be answering all your car questions on Thursday with Pedro. And again, if you guys have any questions on a particular car you're looking for, he's the guy to help you, since he'll deliver it nationwide no matter where you're at. And so something to take advantage of when it comes to, your next car purchasing experience.
And just for you guys that may be thinking, how can we do this? What we do is everything we do obviously is through the actual dealership. So if you want a Honda, we deal directly through American Honda Finance. If it's Mercedes-Benz, it's Mercedes-Benz Financial. So the way that it works is we get you the numbers. Once we get the numbers, you guys agree to the numbers. Obviously, you fill out the credit information, right? We submit it to the corresponding bank. So if it's Honda Bank, the Honda Bank, or the Benz Bank, like I said, the Benz Bank. Once that's approved, we hire a notary company which receives the documents from us, the dealership. They call you, they say, hey, what would be a good time for us to come by, whether it's your house, an office, Starbucks, whatever. You schedule that appointment with them. You guys sign the documents. And as soon as the paperwork is signed, we go ahead, we have a flatbed, pick up the car and deliver it to your home or to your office, wherever it may be.
Cool.
So,
all right.
Easy, and it saves you money.
And then we got Ignacio.
Hey guys, my name is Ignacio. I'm Ray's partner and I'm Pedro. We'll use the channel to talk about business eventually.
Yep.
I'm a multiple business owner and investor, so I look forward to talking to you guys soon.
Cool. So when it comes to business talk, car talk, and then Elton is somewhere around there, real estate talk.
He's in a meeting right now.
He's in a meeting right now, and you guys will meet. You guys will meet each and every one of them in more detail, and will be able to come with your questions. So when it comes to business questions, we have Ignacio. When it comes to, give me a second here. When it comes to car questions, we have Pedro. When it comes to credit questions, we have me and Elton. You have all your real estate questions. So all four of us are partners in Score Shield Financial, and we kind of encompass everything all in one. And I think that's a great opportunity because we get to add in our little flavors and kind of talk this discussion on what we can do in each and every avenue. So something to keep in mind, guys. All right. Cool. Yeah. So, all right. All right. Cool. So Demetrius for real asked, what happens when a debt collector gets your number and you answer the phone? What did that mean? So just to kind of touch base on how you should go ahead and answer those phone calls. Well, first off, you want to go ahead and answer the phone calls. And it's okay to say your name. I know in a previous video way back then, I did mention on there that don't say your name. But it's okay to say your name because again, that is your name, right? And things can come to an error. But when it comes to confirming your personal information, date of birth, address, your social security, do not confirm that. If anything, respectfully tell the credit restoration person, the debt collector, tell them whatever information you have on your screen, whatever address you have on your screen, please send to that address. I'm not gonna go ahead and confirm. If I do get it, I'll respond back to you accordingly. If not, then obviously you have the wrong information. Now, if it appears on your credit report recently, or you do get something in the mail, don't ignore it. And you don't even have to make a phone call either. You can go ahead and file and send over a dispute letter, or you can hire a credit restoration company to kind of look at that on your behalf. And for those of you guys wondering what we do as far as the credit restoration process goes, what we do is that there's actually rules and regulations and acts that govern consumer credit, right? That really protects us as consumers. And my team here is extremely good at finding these errors or discrepancies that we can go ahead and leverage to remove these accounts, right? One of which, where I think that's truly the foundation of all this, is called the Fair Credit Reporting Act. The Fair Credit Reporting states that if something's verifiable, inaccurate, or incomplete, it must be corrected or removed. Because of this act, that gives us, the consumer, the power to go ahead and dispute and or challenge any of the information that appears on your credit report. So because we're able to challenge, everything is also subject to be removed, updated, changed, or whatnot, or whatever the case may be. And obviously, when these negative accounts get removed from your credit report, this is where your score jumps up, right? And also, depending on what's remaining on there, what kind of balances we have on our credit cards, and so on and so forth. So something to keep in mind. And you're welcome, Demetrius, for real. Looking forward. Make sure to keep your questions coming in. And so here in this service, we'll go ahead and we'll start everything from the top down, and we'll go ahead and verify and confirm all of the personal information, your name, date of birth, social security, addresses, previous addresses, you name it. We'll also go ahead and dissect every account line by line. And we'll go ahead and request and verify more information on the back end, because it's very important to understand what kind of information that the banks have on you, the credit bureaus have on you, that the debt collectors have on you, whatever the case may be. So it's important to go ahead and review that information to go ahead and then challenge that. Let me see here. Now, let's go ahead over to the room over here. All right, Elvis Oyola, thank you for the questions here. Student loans, are they still mandated to be kept on your credit report? I'm not sure when they were mandated in the first place, but because student loans appear on a credit report, it can be removed. We remove student loans here all day, but it really depends on the information that you have on there, right? Now, that doesn't mean that student loans go away. Student loans are subsidized or guaranteed by the government. So if you don't pay your student loans some way, somehow, the government is going to get their money by taking your taxes away, by, they're going to get it one way or another. But for the most part, can a student loan be removed from your credit report? Absolutely. Remember that if something gets removed from your credit report, it was because it was deemed unverifiable, inaccurate, or incomplete, right? And obviously, this is something that we can do. We have many results that actually we can go ahead and prepare and show for you here in the upcoming minutes. We just got to go ahead and black out some personal information on there, right? So hopefully that answers your questions. Evelis Oyola. All right, guys. Let me see here. Also, guys, I want to go ahead and see if we can go ahead and schedule a phone call. What I want to go ahead and do is, if you guys can call, my number is 888-424-0058. Again, that's 888-424-0058. I'll be more than happy to go ahead and answer any of your questions that you have live here on camera, so we can go ahead and kind of spread the word, right, of good credit, and something that we can definitely do here on every time we go into the channel. And especially once we go ahead and build out the podcast and the little section that we have over there. So definitely something that we're looking forward to do, to go ahead and talk about all aspects of credit. All right. We got another question here, guys. Does taking your student loans off your credit report, does that assist a person more in purchasing a house with good credit? It actually does. Well, it depends. Because one of the aspects that's looked at when it comes to buying a home is your debt to income ratio, how much you owe versus how much you have coming in as income. So removing that can possibly increase, can lower your debt to income ratio, which is good. But for the most part, having student loans that are reported as a positive payment history, since it reports multiple times, can be beneficial to your credit as well, just because the way that is actually reporting, right? So it's kind of like a little double whammy. It depends on how much you owe, what the income is. But if the student loan, since obviously they can get pretty expensive, is kind of throwing off your debt to income ratio, that might be beneficial. But again, nothing's guaranteed, because it really depends on the information that the credit bureaus have on you. All right, so something to keep that in mind. Rachel, thank you very much for your question. Once again, guys, the number is 888-424-0058. Once again, that's 888-424-0058. Guys, call in now to schedule your free credit evaluation. And also in the description below, the link that you'll find there will be to schedule your free credit evaluation with us. It's only 20 minutes of your time. And in there, we'll go ahead and take a look at all aspects of your credit what's affecting it, give you pricing, time frame, and realistic expectations, right, as to what you can expect from us. Once again, guys, our deletion rate or ratio, right, if you will, we're removing 7 out of 10 items on here. Processing team is great at what they do, and just every week, every end of the week, by the way, we kind of go into some obstacles, things that were happening that we came across on, and we touch base with some attorneys that we have here readily available to go ahead and kind of go over some obstacles or stay up to date with the current rules and regulations that could be on there, right? So that's all part of the investment team that we have here, and it's just great to have them as a resource. All right, guys. So the number, Crystal Bay, the number once again is 1-888-424-0058. Again, that's 1-888-424-0058. Or you can go ahead and click in the link in the description below to schedule your free credit evaluation, and I'll be the one texting you here shortly. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm glad I found you. You're very informative. Good luck to all of you. Thank you very much. Definitely looking forward to support and educate all of you guys when it comes to that. So guys, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and shut the live off here for now. I look forward to speaking to every single one of you guys. Please call in now or schedule your evaluation and ask for me. I'm definitely here in the office all the time, basically. And I just look forward to speaking to each and every one of you guys. When it came to making a decision on opening up my own operation and business, it was very important to me that I not only make educational videos for people and guide them in the right direction, but if you guys are looking to seek the help and pay for a service, I like the opportunity to be able to walk all of you guys hand by hand and personally give my touch to every single client that comes out here seeking for help and restoring their credit, right? And it is definitely a blessing and a very good feeling to know that people that come into their program are graduating in the 700s, 800s, and getting approved for their cars, their home loans, medical bills, and things like that. It's definitely a great feeling. So that's actually, it's definitely a high for me, and it's something that I go ahead and pursue on a daily basis here. Juan Alvarez, what's up, man? Thanks, Ray. I've been with your program for a little over a month and have gotten so many good things done on my credit. Just showing some love. Thanks again. Keep it real. Juan Alvarez, thank you very much for that love and support. Yes, you've had a lot of in such a little time, and that's something that I love about my team, and I really do give them a lot of credit because we stay here long hours to make sure that everything's out on time. But for the most part, I think that one thing that separates us from one of the other companies out there is that we're one of the few companies that'll dispute every item all at once on a month-to-month basis, no matter what it is. Now, we have a pricing structure, right, depending on how many negative items you have, but all items will go out all at once on a month-to-month basis. And so that just builds a recipe to get quicker results in and out of the program faster and getting you to where you need to be in a very short time frame. So we love what we do. We're ready to do it, and we look forward to helping each and every one of you guys. So once again, guys, thank you guys so much for the love and support. Hope you like this live session over here. Make sure to go ahead and schedule your link in the description below or call us again at 888-424-0058. Again, that's 888-424-0058. Make sure to ask for Ray, keeping it real with credit, and look forward to doing all of your evaluations. Let me see here. Make sure that, all right, yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, one more question here. Mike Rich, what can I do if I'm upside down on a car loan with bad credit? Mike Rich, I think you're probably not able to do much at this point. If your credit was a little bit better, we could put you in a new car, or finance or lease or whatever the case may be. Just understand that upside down is going to go ahead and roll over to the next car, right? So you may be stuck with paying a higher interest rate, or you can go ahead and kind of work with the car that you have now, if it's suitable enough. Obviously, you know your situation better than me, and pay that car down tremendously. Other than that, I would suggest you take your car over to CarMax, see what they'll offer you, what it's worth, and then kind of go from there. Actually, we had Pedro just came in right on time. Look at the last question here.
If you're upside down, yeah,
Because it's a lot. It's
the
a
reason
lot of
why I said
factors.
is because the upside down is upside down. There's really nothing you can do. If you don't want to be upside down, the best way to try to alleviate or maybe close the gap would be to try to sell the car on your own on the street, obviously, because normally when people sell their car on their own, you can get a little more money. Remember, if you take it to like a CarMax, a dealership, or whatever the case may be, they have to buy the car from you at a price where they can still then sell it to make money on it. So they can, let's say if the car's market value is, let's say, $20,000, now that person can't offer you $20,000 for the car because obviously they have to buy it for less to be able to sell it for 20, right? So then that's going to obviously increase your upside down. So if that's the case, I mean, it may be hard. Sometimes you just have to take the hit. Like I've been upside down on cars before, $7,000, and I'm in the car industry. So it is what it is. Cars obviously are not an asset. They depreciate. They're not like homes that are going to gain value. So, which is why I tell people most of the time, I personally just lease cars. Not sure if it's because maybe we live in Miami and it's just a different mentality or whatever. I know that I've heard in a lot of other states, maybe in smaller cities, people tend to lease less and just buy because they have a mentality where, hey, I'm really going to keep a car for 10 years, for example. I rather drive a new car every 3 years. It doesn't have to be an expensive car. It doesn't have to be a car where my payments are $700 a month. It could be a Honda where my payments are $280 a month.
Right.
You know what I mean? But at least you know that you have a new car every 3 years. You don't have to be worried about maintenances. You don't have to be worried about what happens if my car breaks down. You're covered bumper to bumper, obviously. And if you were to get in a car accident, now that car that you're leasing, it's not going to depreciate and you're not going to lose money on it later if you wanted to sell it, as opposed to if you're financing a car. Like, for example, I'll give you guys a personal story. My father, he's 68 years old right now. And about 5 years back, he's always leased. He's loved switching cars, right? And he tells me, hey, my next car, I'm not going to lease anymore. I'm going to buy myself a car, pay it off 5-6 years later. He's about to finish paying off the car.
Yes.
1 year left to pay off the car. Some lady comes, she was texting and driving, he hits him, boom, total loss. So he literally spent it was a 5-year lease term to finance. I mean, a 5-year finance term. He paid for 4 years, got the car totaled. Now he's back to leasing a car, right?
Yep.
So obviously those are things that are not going to happen. It may not always happen to everybody, but again, like, in my opinion, I would rather lease. And again, that also puts you away from you being upside down, because now in 3 years from now, if you are leasing, once you return the car, that's it. You're not upside down. You're only going to be upside down if obviously you want to trade out of the car early before the lease is done. The same way it would be with finance. But the chances of you being upside down is going to be less because you're not making a 5 or 6 year finance term. It's just a 3-year lease term. So you can actually determine whether you like the car or not. And then if you do like the car, you can just say, you know what, after I leased it, I still have the option to buy the car, as opposed to buying a car, saying, okay, I'm going to keep it we'll pay it for 6 years.
Yeah.
And then you find out 2 years in that you really don't like the car. So now you're dying to get out of it. And then obviously you're upside down in the car.
Exactly.
So,
but yeah.
So,
well, guys, I know that's a little taste of what's coming in on Thursday. So make sure to bring up your questions when it comes to the automotive industry. And if you guys are interested in more information on leasing or financing a vehicle, any brand, again, we have Pedro here that not only can give you the information, but help you out as well, kind of give you some extra options.
And if you guys want to see some of my work, you can check out my Instagram channel, which is at
Miami
Express Auto Lease. Obviously, I don't have the time to post all of the pictures of all of the cars that I get from my clients, but a lot of
This is what it looks like if you guys can see it. Oh, there we go here. Where did I press it? All right. Here you go. Miami Express Auto Lease. You'll see all the cars here and everything else.
Yep. So I post pictures there with all of my clients or most of my clients of the cars that I get them. So you guys can go ahead and check me out on there. And if you guys have any questions that you may want to post on here, or you can actually DM me directly and ask me anything. My cell phone number is also on there. So you guys can go ahead and send me a text message with any information you guys may want or need. So
cool. All right, guys. So there you go. A quick little live session to bring you up to speed, bring you up to date. And again, make sure to take advantage of the free credit evaluation by clicking on the link below. And one more time, guys, for those of you that didn't get the chance to hear it, once again, our phone number is 888-424-0058, 888-424-0058. In the link in the description, if you go ahead and text that, submit your information, you will be getting a text from me. So that is my number. Go ahead and text me at it, and we can go ahead and move forward with that. All right, guys? So other than that, thank you guys so much for the love and support. Share with family and friends. Like, comment, subscribe. And I'll see you in the next episode on Keeping It Real with Credit. Peace.
peace.
All right.